Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome to the Jen and Elke show, where we talk about creating an online business that you love. And today we're actually keeping the information about what that business is till the very end. So you have to stay till the end. Don't skip through, because we want to talk about how a weekend business could turn into possibly your full-time business, and a lot of people don't know about it. In fact, we've been doing this for 17 years, and people still go like, what is this? Tell me more. And so we want to tell you more today. But first, we have to convince you that on the weekend, you can start what's called a side hustle
hmm
that could potentially turn into your full-time business. Now, to do that, you've got to make a few decisions, right? First of all, on the weekends, you're already tired from your day job. So we need to have a business that you can build a foundation and grow steadily, that can get you to that point where you can say, I'm out of here, boss. And then also, like, once you decide you're going to quit, like, you can't have another ceiling on your income. And then the third is, like, could it be foreseeable in the future for you to have this as your main source of income? And these are all the questions that we asked ourselves when we first were looking for an online business. And literally, I have a binder this thick with all the paperwork and passwords back in the day when they didn't have one password, of the things that I tried when I first wanted these criteria, right? I wanted something on the weekend that I could do without being so tired, from my week, and still be able to do a good job of it and make progress. Then I wanted to make sure that whatever I started at, so no one was going to tell me that if I didn't keep working on it, that I would just hit a ceiling, because that's what happened in my regular day job. And then I wanted to be in a position where down the road it was like, okay, now this is my full-time business, and I want it my way or the highway. And it became that way, right? Like, I literally now work 4 hours a month in my business that we're going to talk about and tell you at the end of this video. And if that intrigues you, then let's get into this.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah. So, what if you could work 5 hours on a weekend, right? And I know this is a tough question because, like Elka mentioned, you might be tired from your day job. It's not really something that you want to do on the weekend, but 5 hours is actually not very much time if you think about it. If you're trying to build a business that could be a viable, foreseeable future income for you and potentially allow you to quit your day job. So, it takes a little bit of convincing to sit down and say, okay, I'll rather work on my side hustle rather than watch Netflix. I don't need to binge watch, Squid Games or watch Harry Potter for the fifth time, you know.
Yeah.
And you're able to then just take some time for yourself and work on this business. And like Eka mentioned too, it's actually not a business that is strenuous and also tiring as well. It's actually a fun side hustle that you would probably most likely enjoy doing, and also have fun doing it.
Yeah, and there's creative aspects and there's business aspects. So that's the cool part as well. And and this is one of the reasons that makes it so convincing, is because, first of all, yes, we are so good at it. We actually created a course, and we've been teaching that course for almost 8 years. And so many people have been students of ours that have done exactly what we're talking about right now. They work 5 hours on the weekend, and they consistently realize that if they do the job and they do it right, using our 5 strategy framework, they end up being able to quit their 9 to 5, and also not have any earnings limit, because that's really fascinating. Now, we are not a scammy get rich quick scheme here. This is a solid business model that's using a particular platform to sell online goods, right? So, and we're going to get into exactly how that works in just a second. But what really attracted me, and also now has been a proof of our clients and students that have gone through our training, because they've implemented the 5 strategy framework, because you don't have to really think about it. You just have to, and like most people go like, well, it's not going to take me 5 hours because I have to figure it out, I have to learn, I have to research. But if you just walk through the course step by step, the way we talk about it, and the way we teach it, then you don't need to think, you just need to do. And we love action takers. We love people who go like, tell me what to do next, and then here's your next step, and then, okay, I just did the step, and now here's the next step. And those are the people that at this point in time, after 7 years of teaching and coaching, are the ones that are making $20,000 to $30,000 a month sometimes on the platform, and that's pure profit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when some other people say, "Oh, I made $100,000 in a month, come and join my program," then those people have not said to you whether that's revenue or profit. And in this case, this is pure profit. And so it's really cool to see clients that are doing that consistently. Now, that doesn't mean that you can do a course for 5 minutes and then it's going to materialize in a $100,000 a month business. So be careful. But we, first of all, having taught for 8 years, now we have the proof that if people started and set the foundation properly and consistently did the work, we have people who are making that amount of money. That's all we can say, because we can never go against any earnings. Like, we want to make sure that you understand the earnings, and that isn't typical for everybody. But there's been so many people now in our community that have done that, that we can say with confidence that it wasn't just us, because I did that. And this is why the 5 strategy framework is even in existence, because for me, I had to set up and do so much work to see if I could even make some sort of income to quit my job. But then I wanted to do more and earn more, and that was truly possible for me. And now it's truly possible for some of these clients that we have. And so if you're willing to do the work and the universe is aligned, because obviously you need clients that are and customers that want to buy your stuff. You can't just sort of make anything and go like, well, Jen and Elke told us that this is going to work. You have to be very targeted and focused. And that's what our training does, is teaches you how to create products that people actually want, that are in demand, and then how to market them properly and design them properly. And so at that point, if you've got those skill sets down there, those are transferable, right? It's not just this platform. It's also just in general, any type of online business. You now have huge business skills. That means that you can have unlimited income.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the platform itself, which we'll get into in a minute, allows you to create products online. And the platform, it's specifically designed so that you can create one product and have it be customized by multiple people. And so you have the potential to sell to hundreds and even thousands of people with just one product. And so that's where the no earnings limit comes from, is that if your product is seen by many people, there is the potential for you to sell a lot in quantity. And also the fact that you're able to have multiple different products in your store and sell multiple different products, that will allow you to get more inventory and more wide range of earnings potential based on where you target and which clientele you're trying to sell to, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the benefits and the potential is huge. Okay. And
kind of to recap, like we mentioned, is what happens if your weekend business now replaces your full-time job. Elke and I have multiple clients that have been working on this side hustle for a while they were in a 9-to-5 job. And their ultimate end goal was to quit their day job and to now fully focus on this side hustle, which has now become their full-time job. And they are just so much more liberated and free because now they actually get to work on their own time schedule, right? This platform, the side hustle, doesn't need you or recommend that you spend a certain set amount of hours, like from a 9-to-5 work schedule, to sit down and work on it. You can work on this business whenever you want. And so if your weekend business, if you take the time to invest some time to create a business on the weekends, your weekend business could actually allow you to free up so much more time that you are probably, thinking about, I wish I was doing something different than spending my 8 hours in the office or doing a job, whatever job you're working at right now. Maybe you want to quit, or maybe you want something different and have more time freedom.
Or also, and we have a lot of students and clients that are people who are in the process of retiring, but they're really they like working, but they don't want to work as much because they want to also fill their time with other things like travel, etc., or just volunteering and so on. And so by getting in the habit of running a business with 5 hours a week and making it successful to the point of the earnings that you want, then all of a sudden you realize, I've just created the best business ever, right? It's like the 4-hour work week that Jim Ferriss or Tim Ferriss is always pronouncing and promoting, but you get that ability right here and there with this particular business model because you did it on the weekends. Now you don't have to do more once you quit your job. You can just keep going with that certain schedule that you already had and work 5 hours whenever, but still only 5 hours a week.
Mm-hmm. So the big reveal is that we recommend Zazzle.com. Elke and I have been on the Zazzle platform since 2008, and we have been very successful at it. And that's where Elke had mentioned the 5 strategies from our trial and error and our learnings through working on the Zazzle platform for multiple years, perfecting our business strategy. That's where the 5 strategies have come into place. Everything that we learned on our own, we have now created this program for people who want to learn more. And the reason why we created it was because Zazzle was treating us so well. If Elke and I decided to work on Zazzle in 2008 and the platform didn't have so many pros versus cons, or it gave us more opportunities, we wouldn't be here today giving advice on YouTube and convincing people to try and see for themselves what an amazing Zazzle platform that Zazzle is. And so we recommend Zazzle. It is an amazing print-on-demand platform. It has over 1,500 product types and styles for you to choose from. It's absolutely free for you to open up an account and open up a store and start posting products for sale. If you're familiar with Etsy or Shopify, many of those other platforms that are print on demand or selling online require you to invest in certain things or pay a fee, a monthly submission fee or listing fees. Zazzle is completely free, and the design tool is super comprehensive, and they are always updating their website to help the sellers and also buyers have the best experience ever. And we just love them to bits. It's been an amazing opportunity to come across Zazzle and now be able to teach people how to make money online with the Zazzle platform.
And because we love it so much and we talk about it forever, so many of our people that we have had come into our community have that same joy and excitement. And so that's part of it. Like, you do have the naysayers, but they're not the ones that are making the money. The ones that love it are the ones that have taken our 5 strategy framework and they've implemented it properly, and they're seeing the results, and they go like, we can't thank you enough because you just took 5 years off of me trying to figure out how to start and run an online business and scale it. And then we've done it in half the time or even less. Mm-hmm. And so it's so fun to be part of that. And and while we're still Zazzle sellers on that platform ourselves, we love that we've been able to help all of you do the same thing and get not just the monetary thrill out of it, but also the sense of pride and accomplishment of realizing that you can have a different life. You're not stuck with whoever your boss says whatever you need to do with your boss in order to have them pay you. The freedom of location, so many tacky things that have been over talked about, but for our clients, it's always been the pride, the joy, the excitement that life will look the way they actually want it to look and live that life, even though they never thought it would be possible with any other way to do it except for using this platform.
Yeah. And a background story was Elke decided to quit her day job so that she could stay at home with her little kiddos, which is including myself, not a kid anymore. And then I was introduced to Zazzle from my mom. And I decided that I wanted to work on Zazzle because I love to travel. And throughout my university years, instead of studying and going to university, which I did in the meantime, but I traveled and was able to have time and location freedom and also financial freedom. As an 18-year-old, coming onto the Zazzle platform and then just having the opportunity to make as much money as I wanted to, or create whatever I wanted to, and design as much as I wanted to, and have it be fun for me while also learning business skills was such an amazing opportunity. And Zazzle has given us, like Elke said, an ability to live our dream lives. And it's been way too oversaturated and talked about now, where I say live your dream life and you can do whatever you want and things, but it is very true. Zazzle has given us time, location, and financial freedom, and has given us so many opportunities to explore and do new things and travel and spend time with family and loved ones. and potentially retire early. It's just been an amazing opportunity for us to change the way that our lifestyles were before. And we don't want it to seem too luxurious, like when you see videos on YouTube about how you can make millions of dollars and then be on a mega yacht and have your own, have your own
That's
jet.
not who we are.
No, but the thing is that we have been able to live the way that we wanted to because Zazzle has given us the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, which is kind of nice, right? Like I paid off all my debt. My house is free and clear. My kids didn't have to pay for college, university. They all got help with their first house. And then I got to have enough money to like just have fun doing this and working on my own Zazzle store, which still gives me income to this day, even on products that I made 10, 15 years ago, which is so cool. And they've all been listed for free there the whole time.
Mm-hmm. What I think is amazing is that if you're to equivalent it to hours worked for dollars earned, because especially if we're speaking to people like yourself who is in a 9-to-5 job or a part-time job, that you get a certain amount of money for the hours that you've put in. But Elke and I have put in a certain amount of hours to make a product, for example, and that product can continue to make money year after year. And so the amount of money that we've made from some products based on the hours worth of work is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, $10,000 for 1 hour. Yeah, no, I have like an ornament that I put together as a fun ornament just to make sure that I get in on the ornament sales for Christmas. And obviously I made a whole bunch of ornaments, but one of them took off. And yes, before the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale was over, I had made $10,000 in royalty almost, just like 9,000 something or other. And I go like, it's definitely unlimited potential if you can figure out how to get the products to sell for you. Yeah.
So if you want to get started, because we've been talking about this and maybe you knew about Zazzle or maybe you're completely brand new and you have no idea what we're even talking about and you want to get started right away because it seems like an exciting opportunity for you, we have a really great guide. It's called the Get Started on Zazzle guide. The link is in the description below and you can click on that link and get access to videos that will help you set up your store, post your first product for sale, and also learn how to promote on Pinterest. And let's get started. I'm excited.
Yes.
So thank you.
See you in the Zazzle realm.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.